is Nikolai. I like to film and build cool cars. If you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you stay up to date. We're gonna learn a whole lot about cars and see some pretty cool stuff. Let's jump into the video.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Jeremiah, and this is his super cool car, so he's gonna go ahead and tell you guys everything about it.
Hey guys, this is my 2008 Infiniti G37. It's the coupe, it's the sport version. Comes with the big brakes, the limited slip differential, and the 6-speed manual. Right now it's sitting on some 20s by 9s in the front, some 20s by 10.5s in the rear. Wrapped in some 245s in the front, some 275s in the rear. Blue is my favorite color, so I ended up wrapping it in some cheetah gloss blue. I also like the carbon fiber as well. You know, I got the carbon fiber mirror caps with the carbon fiber hood. I want to soon get the carbon fiber trunk. Also got some splitters on here, and yeah, I think that's it aesthetic wise.
Yeah, I think it looks really good, especially with the exterior. You really did like a simple but clean build on the car. And we can't really hide what's going on in the front here. So go ahead and tell us what's going on under the hood.
All right, so you know, clearly you can see the intercooler. The kit is by Soho Motorsports. They're located in North Carolina. I got the stage 1 single turbo kit, and you know, it's pretty good. Pretty good bang for the buck. Turbo kit sits right in the engine bay, unlike the boosted performance, which is right by the transmission. So you know, everything is good. Also got the oil cooler, everything, you know, with some gauges.
So how much power do you think it's putting down?
So when I got dyno, we were dyno around like 6.8 psi, so around 7. And we're pushing 476 to the wheels, I believe. But you know, the tuner told me as I drive it, you know, obviously the boost is going to increase, so it should be like 8 psi on the street, so around like 500 to the wheels. You know,
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
So how much horsepower does this car actually come with stock?
So stock, if we were talking to the crank, you're like 350 to the crank and like 260 to like 290, depending on, you know, which one you get. Cause you got the G37 and the 370C, which both share the same engine. So, you know, the powertrain loss is a little bit different each model. And also depending on if you got the manual or the automatic transmission. So
nice. And this one's a manual, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. And now with your wheel and tire setup here and making this much power, does the car spin at all?
So depending on the temperature and the gear, and you know, whether you turn traction control off, it all varies. Sometimes I get the rear of the hook, sometimes it slips. You know, I like when it slips because, you know, it's kind of fun. But also when you racing someone, you need to hook. But I got some pretty sticky tires in the back. They're not the best, but there are some good years.
They definitely fit really nice though, just looks wise. And if they can grip up, that's super cool, because you're running almost double the horsepower that the car comes with from the factory. So how does the car overall handle that? Because the car was engineered for like that, you know, 300 range, and now you're running almost 500. So tell us about how the car really performs with that extra power.
So I also had someone ask me that same question. She was a girl, I was taking her for a ride. Now I also told her, when you do turbocharge, supercharge anything, you have to do the supporting mods to come with it. So I have stiffer transmission bushing, I have a differential bushing. I believe everyone who has a 370Z or a G37 needs that differential bushing, because if not, you're going to break that differential case, and if you don't have it, because all that extra power is going to break that one stud. And you know, got some coilovers, you know, just to handle it a little bit better. So long as you do everything right, you know, should be good. And the transmission is fine. The transmission can handle like 700 horsepower, so that'll be the last thing to break. Your engine to go before your transmission would.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's really good that you did the supporting mods, because like a huge issue, or I don't know if it's an issue or not, but what a lot of people do is they'll just go straight for power. They won't have bigger brakes, the suspension, the tires, the, you know, mounts, the bushings, everything to really support having a huge turbo on the car. So it's really nice that you were able to do everything that you needed to the car to get it to be able to handle that power. Now, just generally speaking about the G37, you know, it's a really great car, but what really drew you to the car and made you want to get one of these?
So honestly, I really wanted a 370Z. I don't know if I told anyone that, but I really wanted a 370Z. But like, I drove the 370Z before, you know, I ever touched a G37. So I really loved it. But the thing that took my mind into the G37 was, one, it was less expensive, honestly. Even though like the Infiniti is a luxury, you know, model, but still it was less expensive than the 370Z. And also, coming from my first car, which was the Mazda RX-8, I loved that it had a sunroof and I loved the 4 seats. And so, you know, I have, you know, family and friends I like to go out with, so I wanted 4 seats, and I just love having a sunroof. So those, you know, I took those into consideration and made me get a G37, you know, more room. That's what it all boils down to.
Nice, nice. I'm really proud of you, man. This is like such a good car, and especially at such a young age, it's really cool to be able to build a car and make it so unique, and that's just really cool.
Yeah.
Now, what really got you into cars from the first place?
Ever since I was a kid, really, I always want to, you know, be a race car driver. And that led into something else, honestly. Like, my stepdad came along, he taught me how to work on cars. I didn't know anything about, you know, working on cars before he came. And then that is just a passion that grew into it, and I got more and more into the car industry. Started going out to car meets and stuff like that. And, you know, when I had my first Mazda RX-8 at the age of 16, I swapped the engine, you know, tried to do as much as I can with that. But then, you know, having a car like that really bad on gas, you don't really have all the funds that you need to really do anything. So I had to sell that car, buy a motorcycle, and then here we are now with a G37. I actually grew older, got a better job, and was actually able to start affording mods and stuff like that. So all of this came along, you know, started simple and then came up to turbo kit.
That's awesome, man. Like, I'm super proud of you, dude. It's so cool to be able to work, like, you know, to buy this dream car, because this is like your dream car, right?
It's one of them.
Yeah.
I have a lot more.
One of them. We'll have a few more in the future.
Yeah.
But it's just super cool to, you know, work for it and then have, like, literally here it is right in front of you. You've got your turbo kit, the car you wanted. I'm super proud of you, man. I think it's awesome. But other than that, let's go ahead and take the car for a drive and see how it feels. Already I'm like, I feel like I don't know, it's like a mental thing. I'm like, okay, so it probably is fast. It already feels fast. Oh god, oh my god. Why is it so fast and I'm not even touching the gas?
So the block itself is stock, you know. I don't really see a need to build the block unless I was pushing like 600-700 horsepower, but I do have supporting mods to go with it. Like, obviously I have this turbo kit, and with the turbo kit you need more fuel, so I got the 1050cc injectors from Injected Dynamics, and I have the 340 air motor fuel pump. And with the fuel pump you want to get a relay kit, so I also have a relay kit. You know, that extra voltage is needed. That's it on the fuel side. I also have a stage 2 full face steel sprung clutch. I'm actually surprised that it holds the power, because even the tuner, he was surprised that it held. Cause like, usually people go with a 6-puck with this turbo kit.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That was like half throttle. Like, the moment I hit boost, I was like, no. Wow, that gets your blood going.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's fun, man.
Wow, that's awesome. Man, and that stage 2 clutch, you can feel it, because all the other cars I've driven have like stock clutches. And wow, okay. Yeah. Wow, that's like, oh my goodness.
Man, she gets up and go, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love that. That was super fun. And that was like half throttle. Oh my gosh.
I'll say do like a 50 roll, and whenever you get to 50, well, hold cancel before you get to 50.
What is that gonna do?
Just do it. Like, go ahead and hold it now, and get to 50, and as soon as you hit 50, hold the gas all the way down.
Floor it?
Yeah, floor it. Let go and cancel.
Wow. Oh my god. This thing is so fast. Why is it so fast? I guess it's boosted, but oh my god.
Yeah, serious rise, man.
I'm scared to go in a second, dude.
Nah, man, you gotta do a second.
Oh yeah, we'll do it. Wow, is this thing fast? I've never had a car like get me like I can feel like my blood. I bet everyone watching like, oh, it's just 500 horsepower, blah,
Yeah,
whatever. And I'm over here like.
It's crazy because it's like the VQs, they take the boost so well. Like you rarely find any 6 cylinders, you know, V6 that takes boost decently.
Yeah.
But this one it does. I'm not saying it's like it's not destructible, because it definitely is. Like once you get past like 600, that's when you should stop worrying about your block.
Yeah.
But there's people who've been pushing it to like 700. Obviously it doesn't last long, you know, because it's still stuck quite a minute. But you know, it's a good block, and I've beat on it a lot. Like it's actually pretty reliable at where it's at right now.
You know, that is so cool that a stock block can handle this much power.
Yeah.
And you're at 232,000 miles.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's on the car, right?
Yeah.
How many on the engine?
Like 130.
130. Regardless, 130,000 miles on the engine, and it's handling that much boost. You said like 8 psi roughly?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. I love it though.
Oh wait.
Oh, it picked back up.
Oh, okay.
Just slip it out slow.
I didn't install it. I didn't install it.
Just slip it out slow, because it'll get rolling.
That was cool though.
So whenever you do a second, do what I told you before, like hold it to cancel.
I don't want to do cancel yet. That's too much. Oh my god. Here, let's do I'll do half throttle out of second gear. So I shifted into second, and then still thought I was in first, and tried to go back down while I was in second, and I'm like, why isn't it going down? Like, I have to go into third. Okay, I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. I haven't driven manual too much, so.
I don't think it's the best car to learn manual.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's all cool though, man.
Even in fourth gear, like it just goes.
Yeah. It's fun, man. Some people, I don't see how some people just start out like 15 pounds and just drive off of that. I'm like, yo, I need to start off, you know, on wastegate. I love it, man.
Dude, I tell you what, it really puts a smile on your face.
It just sounds so good.
Dude,
too.
rolling into boost, oh, it's the best thing.
I get some people go supercharged because it's like it's more predictable, linear power band, but it's just like I love the surprise, you know?
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
love that.
I think that really adds character to the car. Like any boosted car is gonna have like that boost lag, and it's so cool. I just like, one of my favorite things with boosted cars is to just roll into boost and get out of it. It's just so fun to go back and forth. Like I don't even care that it's faster with the turbo. It's just like the going into it and out. Oh my gosh, it's the best.
It's addicted. Like when they first sent me a bass tune, Nick at Soho Motorsports, so I was banging on that.
Yeah.
Like, but he gave me a rev limiter like 6,200. Like I let him know, you know, I was banging on it. He was like, yeah, I know it's pretty addictive. I was like, it definitely is. But after I got dyno tuned, like it was like a completely different car. Like it just woke it up so much.
Yeah.
He added more fuel. Well, he took out fuel because like he had to run it really rich, and just added more time, and it just woke it up. Like, oh my gosh, it was a big difference.
Why don't we try second gear again?
You gonna do the anti-lag?
Might as well. Oh my god. Why is this thing so fast? I'm like, why is it fast? Because like I've never really played with a car like this fast, so it gets your heart rate going. Oh my god. So tell us about the suspension on this car, because it is a very nice handling car, and I don't know if that's just how the G is, like in general.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Like, here, let's try to go side to side with it here. I mean, it's definitely like, it's comfortable because it's obviously like Infiniti's like the more comfortable version, or the luxury version of like the Z. But it's very nice. So what suspension's on it right now?
So honestly, I went cheap on that one. Like I just went and got the Rev 9 Hyper, the Street Hyper 2s, I think that's what they're called. Now I did want some DC coilovers, but it wasn't in the budget at the moment because, like I said, I was putting a turbo kit on. You know, dropping 10 grand into a turbo kit, you know, you're not really left with that much money left.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to go get tuned and all this. It's just like, yeah, I just needed what was better than the coilovers. No,
Yeah.
I think I had lowering springs, and those were garbage. Oh my gosh. Never buy anything off of eBay. That's all I can say. Never. Never. It does not end well. It does not
That's with
end
any
well.
car too.
Yeah.
That's
Just
funny.
Spend the money, the one-time premium price is what I call it. You know, you buy the expensive stuff and it lasts instead of going cheap and you got to keep rebuying the cheap stuff. It doesn't work out in the end.
I guess you could call it a $10,000 smile.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. The only downside is it drinks a lot of gas, man. Just a lot.
So what's your like average miles per gallon?
I'll say about 10 to 12. 10 to 12. Yeah.
10 to 12. Wow, that's crazy.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, is it worth it for the fun? I would say so.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's that fun. I think it's so worth it.
I stop at 7,600, but it revs out to 8 grand.
That's a lot. I mean, that's like getting in like Honda, Porsche territory.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't put a rev limiter on. I mean, I'm not mad, but you know, it would have been nice to have that protection.
Oh wait, so it doesn't even have a rev limiter at all?
I don't think so.
Let's not find
It
out.
has 2-step and rolling anti-lag. That's about it.
Oh my gosh. Let's not find out if it has a red line. You end up buying a new motor.
That's about it.
Gosh.
The craziest thing is I paid $400 for this engine.
$400 and it gives you this much fun?
$400.
What am I doing with my 8.6? Put all this money and it's making 200 horsepower.
I thought you was going for a first
No. You know, now that I'm getting used to it, it's a very I can handle the power. Like at first I was like 500 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, almost double the stock horsepower. That's gonna be like insane.
Yeah.
But here I am like, it's doable. Like, or that's the word I'm looking for. Like,
Yeah.
able to handle it. You know, it's not a death trap. You know, it just it hooks, it goes.
See, I think the reason why though is because I have the I wouldn't call them solid mount bushings. They're polyurethane for the engine mounts. Polyurethane for the transmission. I have a diff brace, so I guess that's why it feels like it's more controllable. Cause like even when I was naturally aspirated, like it was all over the place. Like honestly, it was. I wouldn't say it was hard to control it, but like you can definitely tell something was loose.
Yeah.
You know?
So you would say it's like much stiffer, much more controllable now.
Definitely. I love it. Even for the passenger.
I was gonna say, so how does it feel to be passenger in your own car? Like, have you ever ridden in a with someone else driving? No.
No, I always try. I was like, hey, drive it. like Nick is the only person who like took me for somewhat of a ride, but he didn't really get on it. You know, he showed me how to use rolling anti-lag, and that was it.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
no one else like ever got on it like you have. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh, this thing is fun, dude. Here, let me take a little breather here because this thing is just like this thing really takes the breath out of me.
Next year, maybe I don't know. I might shoot for a 600, and like I have a spare block at home, so I might build that just in case it does blow. Like originally, I was gonna go for a 600, but it was like I had to get another clutch because I already bought the injectors, I already bought the fuel pump, so I have to return those, get a 450 fuel pump, 1300cc injectors, a fuel return, and a bigger clutch.
Well, so the thing is with like just cars in general, like once you upgrade one thing, you can't like, unless it's something small, but like if it's something like a turbo, you really need to do other things to like combine everything and have like this package deal going on. And like it's a really good thing that you've done that with your car, but like even if you wanted to push more power, well now you'd have to upgrade more things to kind of like, you know, counteract the, you know, greater power. So it seems like it's like a never-ending cycle. So it's like, yeah.
I mean, I recommend anybody who's in their teenager years, man, do not do something like this. Like, I love it, man, but it's just like it's not good for for, you know, your situations or whatever.
So let's say you had a bone stock G and you could start over from the beginning. What would you do differently?
Nothing, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Like I chose this path because, like, at first I was going to go full bolt-on, and I was like, you know what, it's not going to be enough power. Then I was going to full bolt-on and nitrous. You see, and I was like, okay.
Nitrous?
Yeah, nitrous. Like a 75 shot to like a 100 shot.
That would just be way too much. Oh my gosh.
It was this dude named Alex Z who blew his VQ off of a 75 shot. He was running E85 and everything. And although he was a full bolt-on, like, he was still making pretty good numbers with the exhaust and the intakes that he had. But it was like, in the long run, it was going to be more expensive to go nitrous and full bolt-on. So I was like, you know what, supercharge it, because turbo was out of the question. I didn't want to blow my block.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't see the torque that I wanted to see out of a supercharger.
So when does boost kick in with your setup?
So let's see, you start hearing the turbo around like 3,000 RPM. You hit peak boost at like 5,500 RPM, but like you're building boost until then. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it just keeps building, and I mean, it just feels like as I get into it, I'm like, whoa, and it's like, it's always surprising me because, like, wait, there's more? Oh, there's even more? Wait, there's even more? I'm like, wow,
yeah.
like, you know, it's so cool.
It's crazy, but see, on the transmission, it's like, when you hit peak boost at like 5,500 RPMs, you know, you're in second gear, you throw it into third, you're still in boost. You're still at peak boost because it doesn't drop the RPM that low. So you're still in it, you can still go, you know, just keep pushing it. That's what I love about the VQ platform so much, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so much that goes into why the VQ is what it is. You know, and some people, it's underrated, some people overhype it, but
I mean, it's a tried and true formula. Like, it's been around for a good bit, and people have done literally supercharger, turbo, everything to it, and it just does it all. It's so cool, and especially with a nice setup like yours, it just hooks and goes. It's really nice. So there you have it. That was Jeremiah's G37. It's a super fun and fast car, and I had a blast driving it, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed watching the video as well. But for now, if you enjoyed it and want to see many more just like it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.